Alright everyone, so Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling was absolutely 100% a hoot. Guys, the special was just overall a, a, an absolute fun fest. So, and just let me get a few things out of the way. This was so worth the 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 the, the limbo wait in hell that Rocco's Modern Life Static Cling had to go through to finally be delivered to us on Netflix yesterday. So guys, but basically, as we all know, the basic plot is Rocco, Effort, and Filbert finally managed to get 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 back down to earth after that they've been stuck in space for 20 years. But in classic Effort fashion and in classic Rocco's Modern Life wackiness, after really big man uses his nipples of the future, or nibbles of or nibbles of the future, that's right, to send us into present day. And Heifer finally comes out of the bathroom after singing root beers on the wall for the past 20 years, and the fellas and Spunky get ready to watch their only remaining tape of their favorite show, The Fatheads, and after their one and only tape of the Fatheads gets ruined because they've rewatched it so many times. Philwood discovers that the 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 remote for the rocket has actually been stuck to Heifer's butt for 20 years, and then almost immediately Heifer and Philwood get into this altercation about Philwood says that the key to getting us home has been stuck to your butt for 20 years, Heifer. How do you not notice these things? You're a fat hormone. And then Rocco finally says, push the button. And then they all immediately crash land on Earth and actually wind up right back next door to the big heads. And this is where the real plot of the story comes in, guys, because after 20 years, Mr. Dupet is still the CEO and chairman of Conglomero, but Ed has finally been promoted to I guess the vice president, and obviously under Mr. Big Ed's relaxed and at the time the wise leadership, Conglomero has been booming, but because Ed likes to slack off and always come home for lunch and never put in any overtime, he gives the staff a bunch of bad papers and King Cuomo's profits plummet to zero, and basically Mr. DeBrett says, "Big Ed, you're fired," and then and then while all that's taking place, the Rocco, Everett, and Filbert are basically so so soaking up modern 21st century Old Town, and it's absolutely funny, the kind of bickering, the the actual kind of like shouting matches that Filbert and Everett have basically throughout the entire special, and and basically fit 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 Filbert started his own YouTube channel under the name Fishsticks96, and Heifer actually tries a big uh, 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 a VR element on top of a hoverboard, and all Raga wants is some way to bring back the fatheads, what and once Big Ed finally gets over the shock and displeasure of Rocco being back, Mr. DeBrett kind of said, "Big Ed, if you don't find some way to boost up to getting Cuomo back all of its money, you're fired and you'll regret." And then Rocco obviously asked the big heads that they've heard from Ralph, which they reply once again, unfortunately, that they've lost touch with them, and at first, before Rocco and Mr. Big Head sort of try and go all around the world to find Ralph. Mr. DeBrett has the idea of bringing in the Chameleon Brothers to try and bring back the fatheads the old the cheap way, because Rago obviously tells Mr. DeBrett that obviously the 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 only way to usually the only way to bring back a show successfully with the same amount of heart and passion that everybody knows it for is to have the original creator involved, and Mr. DeBrett says too expensive, and the and guys, that's the whole thing about this special. Static Wing is basically a commentary on almost if the passion, and sometimes if the original creator or somebody that doesn't care about bringing something back from the art isn't behind the project, it will basically fail. And basically, guys, while Rocco's so obsessed about bringing back the fatheads for a TV special to satisfy his need to see it again. It's almost like the like the special is also a commentary on on bringing back reboots in general. Like even guys, Rocco has trouble accepting that he actually has fans in Old Town that still remember him from back in the day. But guys, the biggest twist of them all is about to be revealed. So after Rocco, Effer, Filbert, and Ed, Big Ed, basically travel all around the world, they find out that Ralph has basically been selling ice cream versions of the fatheads, and at first, obviously, just like in Ralph's original couple of episodes, he he wasn't interested in returning to 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 to, to do the fatheads revival special, but Ralph also reveals that that he's also trying become a transgender girl named Rachel now, and that in itself, guys, brings about the most important message of all. It's that it's that even though sometimes that people don't like change, time passes, that things evolve, times change, things change. In fact, the Ganglamo and the Big Ed's house and Ed's job get saved because of the winds of change, and also I think it's great that Bev was accepting of Rachel's decision to become a girl, but obviously Ed is having the biggest issue adjusting to it of them all because he still remembers Ralphie, his son, and now Ralph detached Ed's retina when he was still a little tadpole, but in a very moving way, guys. Uh, Ed, Ed, Ed accepted when he sees in the Fatheads Return special, Mr. and Mrs. Fathead have just recently had a baby daughter, and their daughter says, does the exact same thing to Mr. Fathead that Rachel did to that Ralph did to Mr. Big Ed when he was a little tadpole. And guys, and guys again, Rocco, of all people, doesn't even like the fact that the fatheads now have a new member of the family, but then again, that brings home the old theme that sometimes people may not like change, but sometimes change is what makes people happy, and eventually, whether we as a society like it or not, times change, and there's also and and there's also a real special uh, last 2 minutes for Filbert when he finds out that the 5 subscribers to Fish 696 have actually been ha, ha, have actually been all, all, all of his kids that he hasn't seen in, in 20 years because he's been stuck in space. And just as a funny side note, Grandpa Wolf has actually finally died, but his girls still doesn't like Heifer or Rocco, and likes to possess garden gnomes. And guys, basically, the Rocco's Modern Life Static Coin just overall is a very funny special. If now even if you watched Rocco's Modern Life, either through reruns when it still used to air on Nicktoons or Nick back in the day, or if you watched it when the full series used to be on Netflix, you will enjoy the special because the wit, the humor, it's all still there. And guys, yes, I, the fact that Ralph decided to transition to Rachel does prove the point that Static Wing was originally supposed to be released a while ago, because thankfully transgender people isn't as much as a sensitive issue as it used to be, but it is still very much a relevant topic, and to see Mrs. Bigot and to see Mrs. Bigot be supportive of Rachel's decision to be who she is right out the bat, and to see Ed finally come to terms, and for him and Rachel to have that relationship, and for Rocco to finally come to terms with sometimes things do change and time just moves forward, and that's the overall biggest lesson, guys. But overall, Rocco's Modern Life Static Wing will not leave you disappointed. If you were a fan of the original show, and if you're alright with Rocco's kind of edgy humor, you will enjoy this. However, I will say that this special might not be suitable to maybe watch it as a family. But overall, guys, I can say I absolutely enjoyed Rocco's Modern Life Static Clang. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, Rocco. Thank you, Philbin. That thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Bighead. And the biggest thank you of all goes to goes to Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's creator Joe Murray for never ever giving up on this special, and and always being determined to find a way to show this special to us. So thank you, Joe, and always remember, everyone, be be accepting of change, because sometimes it comes to your door, whether you're ready to embrace it or not. And remember this, especially the 21st century is a very dangerous century.